welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. Hello, how are you doing? I just thought I'd put my lovely headdress on for you since we're feeling all Valentine's. Thank you for coming back again, it's lovely to see you all. So as part of my Valentine's project, I'm going to be recreating my Queen of Hearts costume that I use on my walkabouts with my friends. We're part of a circus troupe called Cirque de Bleu, and yeah, we're doing amazing Alice in Wonderland.
Here's a few of the costumes that I've made previously for the walkabout. We've always had a right lot of fun with the walkabout, and a lot of the costumes have just sort of gradually come together, and we have put a lot of effort into them, but I really just wanted to remake them this year and just go that little bit extra. So in this video I'm just going to be starting off with the Queen of Hearts costume, and I'm going to start off with the collar. So to start off, I need to make a base for the collar. So I'm just going to take this craft wire and mould it to the shape of my shoulders.
So this is the base, this is what you need to, this is what it needs to look like. The idea is it's going to go over your shoulders, this part, and that's going to go on your back. And then this part here is going to go around your neck, and that's where the big collar is going to be attached to. It's going to be a big love heart collar. So it goes on like this. Got these, and then this part will sit underneath the costume, and then the collar will come out of the neck.
Once I was happy with the base, I carried on with the craft wire and started to make the love heart shape for my collar. I was using the aluminium foil tape to join the ends. The tape's really strong and it's really good for just covering up any of the spiky ends so you don't have any sharp bits. Right, so this is the base part. This is the part that will go around my neck. These bits here will go around my shoulders, and this is the back. So the idea is that this is going to sit underneath my costume, and then the collar will come out. Then this part over here is going to be the big collar part that's going to come out of the costume, and it's going to attach like this onto this piece. So here we go. I've just quickly attached that with the aluminium foil. So I'm just going to try it on. So here it is. I don't know if you can see very well on the camera, but this is the frame. You see? Once I was completely happy with the wire frame, I took some strips of batting and I started to glue it to the parts of the frame that would be directly onto my shoulders. This was to make it a little bit softer so it'd sit comfortably underneath my costume. I went all around the base and I just glued it on with the hot glue gun. And then once I'd finished that, I started to put some red ribbon around it just to make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit neater. This craft ribbon came in really handy. It's the type of ribbon that's got wire edges, so you can sort of shape it to the shape you want. But my husband basically found it in the bin at work. He found like 3 big rolls of it. And, I just can't believe it was in the bin, and it was just such a good find. So
this will be the base and it'll sit really comfortably underneath my jacket. So the next part now is to add the fabric to the back and decorate. It's almost done.
For the main part of the collar, I decided to use this mesh fabric because it was really lightweight and I thought it'd help keep the shape of the collar. It was really tricky to do this part though because it just kept moving about loads while I was trying to pin it. It took a while, but I got there eventually. Right, so I've pinned all the net all around the wire. It's all pinned securely in place. I'm just going to have a little nap now. I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. But tomorrow I'm going to sew all around the edges. I'm going to tack it and I'm going to cut all the excess bits off. And I might put glue on it as well. We'll see how we go. I decided not to sew around the edges. I just went straight in with my glue gun the next day. And yeah, that worked perfectly. I just had to be really careful not to accidentally glue over the top of the pins that I'd put in, because I don't obviously want to glue those in. And I just went over it with loads of glue and I made sure, like, let it dry, and then I went round the back and I just gave it a really good coat, and yeah, that held it all in fine. I did it as neatly as I could, but it wasn't too much of a worry because it was going to be covered up with trims later on anyway. I took a little break the day after because my friends Tony and Kelly came round for a little photo shoot. They had a gig for Valentine's Day coming up and they wanted me to take some photographs of them in their little costumes that they sort of put together. So here we are in my little dining room studio. We had a lot of fun and we got some really nice photographs as well. So because I'm the queen of procrastination, I just wanted to show you quickly these lovely little love heart props that I made for them for their walkabout, just out of like old cardboard and some old Christmas decorations. Yeah, it's basically just cardboard covered in felt, and they're just on a garden cane. And the tinsel that I put around the edges has just got LED lights wound in with it. And I made these little pockets for the battery packs to go in, and they looked really, really good when they were finished. They looked really effective. So for the finishing touches to my collar, I just had to add all the trimmings. So I started off with the playing cards. I had to buy 4 sets of cards just to get all the love heart cards out, because obviously she's got to have all the love heart cards. She can't have any of the other cards. She's the Queen of Hearts. And I just glued them all around the edges. And then I added some of the red trim that I showed you earlier. So because of the wire in the edges of the craft ribbon, it allowed me to put it into these little folds, and obviously it just stay like that because it's got wire and it would just mold to that shape. And then I just started to glue around the edges of where the bottom of the cards, basically. It just looks really. It did take a while to do, and I did the same on the back as well, but on the back I decided to do 2 rows of it, and that also looked really nice. It made a really nice finish for the back of it. Here's my cat coming to have a nosy. She likes to help. Once I'd finished applying the ribbon, I also decided to go around the inside edges with some bead trim and some more lace as well. I forgot to record it though, but you will see it in the grand reveal.